We got ourselves with Seraph versus Alexi. Gonna be a bit of a rematch between the two. Alexi goes in for his Shadow Meld, does get whipped out in the open. Gonna be a quick banner. Viseric knows he has to strike at the banner in order to be able to take it down. Spear doesn't quite connect. That is also gonna be a full-on trial for Viseric. Can't get interrupted though. Cannot be CC'd, stun feared, or anything. But the interrupt still go through a wall. Gonna be a Blaze Storm to deny the sleep effect. As Alexi just trying to see if they can potentially keep the pressure rolling in. Oh my goodness, the amount of damage is taken right now. Just getting absolutely cut back. That's gonna be big defensive for Alexi with a wall, everything. Wall, reflect, everything's gonna use just to survive the Evoker as I see the full mastery damage coming out of him. As a warrior, not much healing you can do, but you can definitely deny and dampen a lot of the damage that they take. And if you play carefully, if you play smart, you should be good to go. Storm Boulder up next. It's going to be immediate triggered by the Evoker. Does catch a sleep with Alexi. That's exactly what they needed. Trying to go for a bit of an Eternity Surge opener. Finally able to get some value damage. Big disintegrates to follow. Just needed a couple of disintegrates onto Alexi while they're behind the pillar. That might be enough just to take him down. Second disintegrate. Is that going to be enough to Alexi? Trying to go for a bit of a rally cry. Has a reflect in case things get bad. Gonna be with the clawing at Lexi, trying to see if he can blast him out. Lexi looking like he's gonna catch up a little bit of healing. Gonna be full dots with more disintegrates. Lexi could be in trouble. Dragonflight Shroud is up. No reflect or no interrupt on that one. With sleep, catch Alexi out a bit out of position. Does go for a trinket in order to break out of it, but the root is gonna put him out in the open. Back-to-back shatters. That's gonna be a big blast over Seraph with the deep breath to follow. Oh my god, does end up slamming the warrior out of there. The warrior played that one really well, by the way. Very well played. I felt like I actually had an advantage over the Evoker for the entire game. Nevercon going to be up next, just sapping out the full shroud. Going to be a full sap and should be able to get himself a proper opener. Going to be Nevercon, blasted out Viseric as he's trying to get himself a little bit of healing. I'm swapping to the wrong guy completely. Viseric does get himself a bit of a wall. Definitely needs some defenses. I don't know what you can do against a rogue here. Got himself the Eternity Surge. Potentially maybe Living Flames to recover. The rogue is taking a little bit of damage. Massive procs onto Nevercalm though. Viseric absolutely blasting him out. Gonna be Living Flame Cloak. Shot us up for Nevercalm. Wants to go for an interrupt. Does he have a kick? He doesn't have a kick for a while. Maybe Viseric could take him out. Vanish for the rogue. Does go in for yet another Shadow Strike. Viseric, I think, may need that mastery really soon. Sleepwalker to Nevercalm. Big mastery go. Does he have a big setup? Shatter to follow right after. Maybe Deep Breath. Does he have one? Disintegrate right after. I think Deep Breath may just have. Oh, there it goes. The Evoker does end up absolutely barraging these boys down. With Diabolics not giving this man a chance at all, is he? Viseric, I don't know if you got a heal yet. That's a lot of demons. That's a full obelisk down too. That's a rough one. But Viseric held his own against a rogue and a warrior. With the warriors actually just like absolutely blasted too. 400 best. I'm so sorry, Wop. That's unfortunate. Big blast out of Dali, as Dali and Diabolics actually played against each other last game, so Diabolics hoping to maybe potentially get us upper hand over this assassination rogue. Last time, Dali came at Diabolics as the man was kind of low, kind of on the edge of his seat, and it just was able to tip him over with a couple of bleeds and a big old death mark, but not Diabolics walking into this one quite healthy. Wants to make sure that Dali knows exactly where to it all to versus assassination stands. This is going to be Dali. Not a lot of health available, not a lot of defenses. Can blind Diabolics maybe, but can blind off of the kidney shot. Does he himself a go? Big damage? Not anymore. Diabolics is going to go for port. Dali's just going to die to the pens behind the pillar. That's how Battle Master stricken Diabolics is still able to swing in a one more demon bolt at the end. Just wanted to make sure that that duel did not end that way. Another rematch here actually. Chicago versus Diabolics. Last time, Diabolics was able to cut out Chicago and just overpower them with the army of demons. But Chicago had mad procs of Ascendance too, but apparently it wasn't enough. Mortal Coil by Diabolics as Chicago goes in for a knockback onto Diabolics. Big damage out of the Tyrant though. That thing actually slaps for quite a lot now. Yeah, ever since they bumped the Tyrant damage, that thing is going to do significant damage. You may want to land inside it. It no longer tickles you. It actually does damage to you. My goodness, yeah, Chicago. Oh no, try to see if they can maybe take down all of these demons. Maybe generate enough Maelstrom. Not a lot of mana left. May have to go for a wall. Does get Ghost Tools back up and running. May have to get super aggressive with that Maelstrom though. Just start doing damage. Diabolics trying to see if he can swing around. Demon Dog is charging in. Chicago does get a wall for this one. Not a lot of mana left. May need to just start slamming through that main pet. Just blasting it out with Maelstrom. Whatever you got. Mortal Coil right around the corner. Diabolics putting Chicago in a tight spot. Bad positional. Going to be a reflect to follow. Chicago's kind of limited on what they can do. Trying to see if he can lock down Diabolics for just a second. Does get himself a break for a moment. A little bit of Maelstrom, a little bit of mana. Able to actually start recovering little by little. Axe does to follow, locking him down. Diabolics with yet another set of demons. I think for Chicago, this could be potential lights out. Hopefully not though. Hopefully they can continue fighting, continue surviving. It's going to be Leroy backing up out of there. Leroy's just trying to give him a little bit of space, trying to clear out. There's only so much you can do, Leroy. Diabolics beating another Axe Toss as well as more Demon Dog is going to be the Capacitor Totem. Stunning Diabolics back to back actually as all the pets are surrounded. Definitely wants to take down the Obelisk whenever you get a chance. Finally got some mana, but it's still taking so much damage back as Diabolics does pop and reflect. For Chicago right now, it's just a mana game. It literally is a mana game. I wonder if honestly playing Spring Totem, what is it? Healing, Mana Spring Totem may not be a terrible idea. It at least gives you some mana. It's like 200, but it's gonna be 400 next patch. But 200, at least it's like mana for a healing surge, maybe. I wonder if that'll be worth. Wall up for Chicago. Is it going to be enough though? That's going to be double Fell Lord available. Chicago able to zap out a double X a little by little. Does get so full ascendance, so maybe the main pet could eventually die. Potentially could just take a lot of the pressure, take down the main pet, and then deny Diabolics and new pet available. It's going to be dropping down the Obby together with more Demon Doggers, more all around the corner as the port to put Chicago in a bad spot, trying to establish a little bit more control. Diabolics trying to go for a bit of a handle go down. Chicago finally able to get some damage on Diabolics. Is gonna have to back up out of there though. Ghost was back up and ready. Maelstrom generating. Axe also locked down the Shaman. Does go for a knockback of the pets and the Warlock. And maybe hoping to reposition. Still using this like entrance, this pillar, this grate down the middle on their side in order to maybe give himself a little bit more viability, a little bit more survivability. Just some cover for this demonology threat. But does go down either way. That is so rough, man. It's just Demonology Warlocks puts up so much pressure. Especially once you're out of mana. Once you're on the back foot as a Shaman and you're trying to continue to reestablish footing and stuff. Same with the Diabolics right now versus Cryptic. A Cryptic got himself a lot of pressure. If Diabolics starts to fall behind way too early, maybe tough. Big Demon Bolts back to back though. What are these Demon Bolt blasters? See, it's actually just like blasting these boys out with the Demon Bolts, contributing damage to the oldest pets. Gonna be Diabolics trying to get some cast off. Cryptic just trying to see if he can end the zone right there. Stun on Diabolics, nowhere for him to go. Diabolics maybe just going down. I think it may be over for him. Does end up taking him down with Cryptic. Trying to see if he can reposition away from Chills, who's got himself the whole Frosty set up with the Silence to follow. Cryptic getting stunned up immediately. Has himself a Death Strike in case he needs one. Silence right after. Very limited on what he can do damage-wise. And does go down. When you're silenced as the Death Knight, you will be surprised by how many abilities technically count as a spell for you. Very, very, very surprised by how many abilities are technically a spell. Leroy needs to find himself a good angle. Big Essence Break on Chill Pills. He knows it's going to be the Essence Break. He's trying to see if he can avoid him. Chain of Eyes. The Demon Hunters don't have a way to break out of the slow effect. They have Blur. They have, not Blur, but Fell Rush. They have Vengeful Retreat to help them reposition. You know, Metamorphosis have some leap bounds around the corner. But a constant slow, they can't really clear a constant slow, you know. They're not like rogues who sprint, they can just remove a slow. Leroy taking a bit of damage to Chupas as he does go in for a bit of an IBF. Has himself cooldowns coming back up. Needs a big old stun towards Leroy. And he may just have him. Big Blade Dance right after. As Leroy should be able to start recovering a little bit of health. Does have a demon spawning in. Slaying the demon. Eating the soul. Consuming a big Essence Break to follow. Does he have a Blade Dance for Chill Pills? He may have a Blade Dance. If he has a Blade Dance right now, he may be okay. Fear on to Chill Pills. Does he have the damage right now off of this? Blade Dance, not enough. Chill Pills got himself just a little bit of health. Right at the hole. It's over the. Oh! The man just death coiled him. The man just death coiled him as a Frost Death Knight. Oh no, Diabolics does get himself 3 kills though. Oh dude, Demonologies is so rough. Demonologies hard to beat. Dude, the Evoker also did really good. Viserys, that was well done.